The Canadian Hockey League is about to announce its 2024 Memorial Cup host. I mean, the announcement could come any day now, any minute now. It's going to happen sometime in the month of March. So let's take a look at the city's franchises that are vying for the right to host next year. We've got the Niagara Ice Dogs, the Kingston Frontenacs, the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, and the Saginaw Spirit. If I can, I'd like to put Kingston, Niagara, and Sault all in the same bucket. And I do that because what you're looking at in each of those markets is a very similar arena. Not identical, but they're new, they're modern, they've got the bells and whistles, and they really are similarly designed. So you're getting about the same from each market when it comes to the arena. The market themselves are pretty interesting. I mean, St. Catharines, where the Niagara Ice Dogs play, has proximity to some pretty major markets. Hamilton, Toronto, even Buffalo, New York, which I've got to think that's pretty attractive to the league. In Kingston, could you imagine the city of Kingston in spring? It's beautiful enough in the wintertime, but gosh, that's a great place, and it's got all of the atmosphere around the game that you'd like. Up in the Sault, you know I have a soft spot for it. It's up there, but once you're there, it's one of the best places to be, and there's such a passion for junior hockey. I have to think, though, that when you come to the 2024 Memorial Cup, almost on roster alone, you have to be looking at the Saginaw Spirit, don't you? Kingston might just be a year ahead of its development here. They've got, 11, 12 NHL draft eligible players this year. So they might be 2 years away from their deep run. In Niagara, I'm sorry, but who knows what's going on with the roster there. All the trades that were made this year, are they just going to do it again next year? Up in the Sault, boy, could you think of a better player to build around than Bryce McConnell-Barker? I'm not sure I can. He's going to dominate this league next year, but I'm going to come back to Saginaw. And while the arena is not in the same spot as those other three arenas, there will be some renovations done, some new private suites added to add to the atmosphere. And the Dow Event Center has all that space, like a convention center, to offer on-site experiences around the games themselves. And here's something else to consider. Michael Misa, an exceptional player. The Canadian Hockey League has never awarded the Memorial Cup to a team that has an exceptional player. What better opportunity to showcase the best in the league in Misa? And again, you look at that Saginaw roster, it's a tough one to beat next year on paper. Here's the thing, I keep hearing so much buzz out of the Sault. I don't know where it's all coming from, unless it's just that hockey mad market up there. So I'll say this, a couple of months ago, I would have said I'd be shocked if the Memorial Cup doesn't go to Saginaw. With all this buzz now around the Sault, maybe I'll only be mildly surprised, but it's got to go to Saginaw, doesn't it? That's my pick for the host of the 2024 Memorial Cup. Maybe when 2027 rolls around, we can have it here inside the prettiest arena in junior hockey. I'm Farwell. It's Friday. We'll see you at the rink.